What's up, guys? Rick here with something I've never done before, and that is to offer up major championship rankings, qualifications, statistics, and more. The growth of one and done leagues has been astronomical in the last couple of years, and right on its tail are major championship contests. It might be, hey, pick five golfers at each major. It might be a best ball draft. It might be, there's just a variety of different things. I could not possibly offer up a tool or a solution for all the variations because you should see the questions I get. I've got to pick three, but if he wins, but if he finished 10th last year, there's just like all these variations. So what I settled on doing is trying to keep and maintain a qualification system, who's in each of the major championships, relevant stats, a scoring system, and a ranking system, and then hoping that you can take that information and use it however you would like. So this is on my website, RickRunGood.com. It is RickRunGood.com/bestball. This is going to be free. This is not behind the paywall. It's just going to be a resource. Go and use it as you will, and I will do my best to maintain the qualifications along the way. The way that I plan on using this is obviously via major championship leagues where you pick certain number of golfers, or through the new Underdog drafts, the best ball drafts that we did for season long best ball. They have new season long drafts, and they have just major championship drafts, which are right here. So like, $10 entry, $50,000 to first. You draft once before the majors start, and that's it. It's best ball style. So it's very, very sick. I will do one of those drafts at the end here, and kind of show you my process. If you want to get involved, use the code Rick. There is a link in the description. It'll get you a deposit match as well. It'll help me and it'll help you. Okay. So I think first off, the hardest thing to do was to really just find who's in every major. And that seems a lot easier than it actually is. Each major championship has a different qualification system. Some of them are not finalized until, the week before. All of them basically are not finalized until the week before or 2 weeks before. So it is really going to change. If you're doing something where you're doing multiple majors, not just a Masters pool, understanding who is currently qualified is going to be critical. And it's weird, right? Like, Will Zalatoris is not currently in the Masters or the PGA Championship. I assume he is going to be there, but because of his official World Golf ranking at the end of last year, he's not. Then you get into some of the live guys who might not be qualified for these events. I do think that this format is a lot more interesting on Underdog because the live guys are available to you, right? When we did the season-long best ball drafts, a lot of the live guys never even got chosen. John Rahm was not even chosen. Well, John Rahm's critically valuable in this format. So I've got the qualifications that, again, it'll be a little bit wonky, but I'll do my best to update those as we go. Then I've got, the strokes gained stats. That's for last 100 rounds for every single golfer. I also did the strokes gain breakdown for major championships and then each major individually. So the way to read this is Scotty Scheffler is gaining 2.1 strokes per round at major championships in his career. And then you can see that broken down by the Masters, the PGA, the US Open, and the Open. I think it's funny that the two best guys, obviously these are smaller sample size, but the two best guys in major championships, Will Zalatoris, Victor Hovland, have zero major championships in their career. So you can go through and you can see each one of those broken down. The score is a very, very simple calculation on my end. Okay. It is not the end all be all. In fact, that is why I have a ranking system, and you'll see guys with very low scores ranked quite highly. So the score only looks at, it looks at a couple things. It looks at how many majors are they in. More majors that they are in, the more valuable that they are. What is their current form, essentially? How much better strokes gained total are they than everybody else? And then what have they done at major championships, and how does that compare to their peers? It gives you a score. the guys that have done the best at majors and the guys that are playing well are obviously going to get a big boost here. The guys that have not played well at majors or have never played majors, Max Homa, Ludwig, Oberg, are going to get knocked here. That is why I included the ranking system. So this is me going through and actually ranking these guys 1 through, I think I go to 91, which is kind of a weird number to go to, Doug Gim, but I just felt like that was where I should cut it off as I was going through this. I didn't have a number in mind. I just said, like, if you have to get down this far, you're probably in trouble anyway. Like, I could have probably gone to 60 and been fine, but 91 is what I currently have ranked. Maybe that'll change. And this will be a pretty fluid document, which is why I wanted to do it on the website. So I go with the ranking system here. It's interesting. I've got obviously John Rahm number 2. He's way more valuable in this format than other season long best balls. You'll see Brooks Koepka is number 4. So like the live guys are getting much more valuable here. So this is the starting point. If there's anything you'd like to see added to this, if I can do it, I'll do it. I would like to kind of make it where you can adjust the scoring system. No promises there. And you can also download. You can't see it. My head's in the way. But you can also download these. So I'll have a button up here where you can download this, mess around with it yourself. Also, if you wanted to upload them into Underdog for your rankings, you can do that as well. I've actually, when I go to draft here in a couple minutes, this best ball draft, I'm not going to use. I'm not going to upload these rankings. I'll tell you why. I kind of like to have the ADP and my rankings separate. And I can just reference both of those fast enough and be fine. So I've learned that I actually don't want to upload these into Underdog, at least for the moment, but you have that option available to you. As we get closer to major championship season, there's obviously going to be a lot more content around who's playing well, who's not. Maybe you'll see updated qualifications and stuff like that, but wanted to throw this out. I know it's a really popular format, and I hope you guys enjoy this. And also, help me help you, right? If you see an error on here, the qualifications are so wonky. If you see an error on here, let me know, right? Like, let's get it right for everybody. Let's get this fixed up. We can do this as a community. So appreciate your help in advance there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draft a team, right? I think the Underdog best ball format is phenomenal. The fact that they are doing it for major championships is so sick. It's still the schedule where you have to, you advance. If you advance out of the Masters, you get to go to the PGA Championship. If you advance out of the PGA Championship, you go to the US Open, and then the championship round is the Open. This $10 entry is $50K to first, and they're using fantasy scoring. I mean, it's so good. So I'm going to enter this. We will draft a team. We'll talk through my process, and maybe that'll help with some of your major championship best balls as well. All right, so we're locked and loaded here. We are going to be in the 5th position. I was mentioning, as this continues the countdown to draft, I was mentioning I like to keep my rankings separate, which it looks like I'm higher on Brooks Koepka than some of the ADPs. When I load in my rankings, I get very tied to them. It's like, hey, my rankings, if the guy's still there, that's great. And I kind of have found myself reaching more than I probably should based on actual ADP. So I'm just going to keep them separate and watch along the way. So we have the 5th pick. In reality, I'd be pretty happy with Xander or Cantlay. We'll see what falls to me. Now, I suppose if Brooks is there, that would be very good. And he's going to be he should be in everything, right? He's got the win at the PGA, which gets you into like basically everything. So I wouldn't be too worried about that. So we'll see who's available to us here. And I assume, well, maybe I shouldn't assume. Scotty basically went first in every single season-long draft. Maybe John Rahm goes first in some of these. The putter for Scotty continues to be an issue. I guess we'll see. Okay, Scotty number 1. Rahm should absolutely go 2, I believe. Chance it's Rory. Wow, Hovland 2. Rahm 3. So we're gonna get Rory, Xander, Brooks, our pick of it. If Rory falls to us, we'll take Rory. No problem there. I've got him I've got him 3, and I've got Kepka 4. So I'm gonna get one of those guys in the 5th spot. Stinks not to get Xander, stinks not to get Cantlay, but come on, like I'm gonna have to take one of those guys. We'll see what Buster's boys do. Buster's boys does, I suppose. That's Rory. So we're gonna take Brooks. Yeah, okay. Nope, no problem with that whatsoever. And we are gonna get a quick little turnaround here. It would be nice to get either Xander or Cantlay coming back. Ludwig goes 6. No, has never even played a major. He's phenomenal, but has ever. So we're gonna start this with either Brooks and Cantlay or Brooks and Xander, which will be pretty cool. Now, uh, Cantlay and Xander have got to figure out their major championship stuff. Xander just went, so we're gonna take Cantlay. I wouldn't have any problem if you wanted to go Justin Thomas here. But I mean, I have Cantlay 6th. The ADP is a little over 7, and I just got him at 8, which feels very good. I'll admit that. Now we've got some time before our next pick. So the one guy's ADP that hasn't caught up to him yet is Will Zalatoris, and we saw this in the season-long drafts as well, and he's dropped significantly. He's now 22nd in ADP. I have the 17th pick here. If he's still available, I might just snatch him up. Playing well at Riviera. I do not know the outcome of that event yet as I watch this. He's been a major championship stunner. Showed you that earlier. I have him 8th overall. I'm not going to try to get cute and try to get him at 20. If he's there at 17, I'm just going to take him. And he is. Fleetwood went right before. So we're going to go Zalatoris here. So we've got I mean, maybe all the major championship drafts are going to feel this way, but we've got Kepka, Cantlay, Zalatoris. And I mean, Dustin Johnson's lurking out there. Bryson just went at 18. That's kind of interesting. Okay, Finau off the board. So we're back at this. We could roll with DJ. I've got DJ. I have him 20th. I have Cam Smith is gone, I believe. Fleetwood, Spieth, Sungjae, Sahith, Burns would be interesting. I might be able to get Burns. All right, we're gonna play the major championship game here. We're gonna go DJ, right? His 2020 Masters win is gonna get him into everything, right? Might have to play his way into the Open Championship. I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of wonky, but he should be in that with the Masters win. So we're gonna go DJ. Now that's probably gonna be our last live guy because I'm not sure there's someone else that I'd be like. Neiman is not in the majors yet, so it would be pretty hard to take another live guy that's not a major champion already. Okay, so I'm just kind of bookmarking some guys here. Minwoo Lee, Jason Day, I think would be pretty interesting. I would prefer probably Minwoo. Adam Scott, Sam Burns off the board. Okay, Minwoo's gone. We got to figure this out here. So Keegan is next. He's 23rd. I don't have him until 35th. That would be pretty high for me. Jason Day, I have 28th. We're at the 29th pick right now. That would probably be fine. We kind of got snaked there. I would have liked Minwoo. I think we're going to have to settle on Jason Day, however. Continues to play well. Ton of major championship experience. This is going to come right back to us. I would have preferred Minwoo because he's played well in big time events before. This is going to get back to us right now. And we've got to decide. This might be the spot to get to Keegan here. In everything, I have him 35th. This is the 32nd pick. I think I like him over Hideki. I think I like him over Henley and Straka and Eric Cole and those guys. So, yeah, we're going to go Keegan. Okay, we're about to be up. That was ran through those picks. Fowler, Connor, Straka, Poston very, very quickly. I have Daniel Berger in the queue. He's not in anything, right? He's just been injured. So I'm not going to go there. I think it's Lowry or Siwoo Kim. But Lowry, who's got a 37 ADP in the 41st spot, has obviously played major championships well. I had him at 31. That's the pick. If we can get back to Siwoo, I'll take Siwoo here. Just be a high upside. Okay, we're gonna get Siwoo here. So Ben On and Cam Davis go. Just be a high upside guy. he's I don't have much more to say about him, right? It's just like a matter. I have him 42nd, and I just took him at 44th. Maybe he steals one of these things. I wouldn't mind Harris English, who we're coming up on here. We'll see if we can get him in our next round. He seems to be healthy again. He's playing. He plays better, I think, in major championships or harder setups. So if we can get Harris English in the next run, I think that would be pretty good. All right, Harris English is off the board. Phil Mickelson's off the board. Nick Taylor's off the board. We're going to get our last two picks here, and that's going to be it. So it's going to be pretty quick. Reed is lurking. I'm not super sure I want to go there. Pavone just went. That's a good one because he's basically in everything. I'm going to go for somebody who's also likely to be in just a lot of stuff. So that'll be Hadwin, right? He's in all the signature events, should be in everything. And then also, it's going to be back to us very, very quickly. I don't think I can, with good conscience, take Daniel Berger, unfortunately. We could go like Luke List, Tom Hoagie, Adam Schenk. All right, we got to figure this out here. Moronk and Bezadenhout just went. Dietrich could be kind of interesting. Oh boy, I hate all of this. We're just gonna go. I hate it. I don't know. We're gonna go. I gotta pick somebody. We're gonna go Hoagie. I'm not even sure really what he's in. I got kind of caught under the pressure there. Yikes, 56th. I took Hoagie. That might be really bad. I have him 61st. I guess it's not horrible, but yikes. I don't know if I love that. Okay. So our team started well, and then I think went a little bit sideways, but we got Koepka. I'm sorry. We have Koepka, Cantlay, Zalatoris, DJ, Jason Day, Keegan, Lowry. I'm pretty happy through the first 7 rounds. And then it went to, let me see if I can get that lineup back. Then it went to Siwoo, Adam Hadwin, Tom Hoagie. A little bit of some panic in there, but fun nonetheless. I'll be drafting obviously a lot more of these, and interested to hear what you guys think. Obviously, getting more drafts in and getting access to different pick slots is fun and kind of shapes up your team for you. Okay, the code is Rick. There's a link in the description to get a deposit bonus. Go support this on Underdog because I want more of this stuff. So use that, support it, use the resources. I'll continue to update. You can download it. I'm wishing you guys all the best of luck, and I'll talk to you soon.